Hello my friends, we're back in our reading of the Spirit's book and we continue with the questions about the guardian angels. And we are at question 506. When we return to the spirit life, will we recognize our protector spirit? Answer: yes, because you frequently knew it before your incarnation. Question 507. Do protector spirits all belong to the order of highly evolved spirits? Can they sometimes be found among average orders? Can a father, for example, become the protector spirit of his child? Answer: he can, but protection presupposes a certain degree of elevation and additionally a power or virtue granted by God. A father who protects his child may himself be assisted by a more evolved spirit. Question 508. Can spirits who have left the earth under good circumstances always protect those whom they loved and who have survived them? Answer: their power is more or less restricted. The position in which they find themselves does not always allow them full freedom of action. Question 509. Do humans in the primitive state or in the state of moral impurity also have protector spirits? If so, are these spirits of an order as elevated as those of more advanced humans? Answer: all individuals have a spirit who watches over them, but such a mission is relative to its purpose. You do not give a professor of philosophy to a child who is just learning to read. The progress of the familiar spirit follows that of the spirit it protects. Having a highly evolved spirit who watches over you, you in turn may become the protector of a spirit who is less evolved than you, and the progress you help that spirit make will contribute to your own advancement. God does not require of a spirit more than what its nature and the degree at which it has arrived will allow. Question 510. When a father who has been watching over his child reincarnates, does he still continue to do so? Answer: that is a more difficult situation. That is a more difficult situation. But in a moment of freedom, he may ask that a sympathetic spirit assist him in this mission. However, spirits only accept missions that they can carry out to the end. And then there is another explanation. Incarnate spirits, especially on worlds where existence is quite material, are too dominated by their physical body to be able to devote themselves entirely to others, that is, to assist them personally. That is why those who are not sufficiently evolved are themselves assisted by spirits who are more evolved, so that if one fails, for whatever reason, it will be replaced by another. Question 511. Beside our protector spirits, is an evil spirit connected to each one of us for the purpose of leading us into evil and for providing us an opportunity to struggle with good and evil? Answer: connected is not the right term. It is certainly true that evil spirits try to draw individuals away from the moral road when they find the opportunity. However, when one of them connects itself to an individual, it does so of its own accord because it hopes to be listened to. This gives rise to a struggle between the good and the evil spirit, and the one whose influence the individual has heeded will win. Question 512. May we have several protector spirits? Answer. All individuals always have sympathetic spirits who are more advanced or less so, who dedicate their affection to them and who take an interest in them. There are also those who help them in evil. Question 513. Do sympathetic spirits act in virtue of a mission? Answer. Sometimes they may have a temporary mission, but generally they are only attracted due to a similarity of thought and sentiment in good or evil. Question that follows this answer. So it is correct to assume that sympathetic spirits may be either good or evil? Answer. Yes. Humans will always encounter spirits who sympathize with them, whatever their character may be. Question 514. Are familiar spirits the same as sympathetic spirits or protector spirits? Answer. There are many gradations of protection and sympathy. Give to them whatever names you desire. The familiar spirit, however, is usually a friend of the home. And then there is a note from Kardec under this answer. From the above explanations and from observations made about the nature of spirits who connect themselves to human beings, we may deduce the following. Protector spirits, guardian angels, or good spirits are those whose mission is to follow humans during life and to protect them progress. They are always more highly evolved than their ward. Familiar spirits link themselves to certain persons by means of ties of varying duration in order to help them according to their power, which is frequently quite limited. However, these are good spirits, but sometimes little advanced and even a little frivolous. They voluntarily occupy themselves with the details of an individual's personal life and only act by order or with permission of protector spirits. Sympathetic spirits are those whom we attract to us through individual affections and a certain similarity in tastes and sentiments, both in good and evil. The duration of their relationship almost always depends on the circumstances. Evil spirits are imperfect or wicked spirits who attach themselves to individuals for the purpose of diverting them from the good, but they behave at their own impulse and not in virtue of a mission. Their tenacity is directly related to how easy or difficult their access to the person is, and individuals are always free to listen to their voice or to repel them. Question 515. What should be thought of persons who seem to attach themselves to others in order to lead them inevitably into perdition, or, on the other hand, to guide them along the path of the good? Answer. Some persons exert a certain effect on others. They hold a kind of spell over them that seems irresistible. When this happens for evil, they are in fact evil spirits whom other evil spirits employ in order to better subjugate their victims. God may permit this in order to test them. Question 516. Could our good spirit or an evil one incarnate in order to follow us more directly in life? Answer. This sometimes happens, but they frequently entrust this task to incarnate spirits who are sympathetic with them. Question 517. Are there spirits who attach themselves to an entire family in order to protect it? Answer. Some spirits link themselves to the members of the same family who live together and are united by affection. However, do not believe in spirits protectors of race pride. And question 518. Since spirits are attracted to individuals out of sympathy, Are they attracted to groups of individuals for particular reasons as well? Answer. Spirits prefer places where they can be amongst those who are like themselves. Such places, they can be at ease and sure of being listened to. Humans attract spirits because of their tendencies, whether as individuals, as a collective group, a city or a nation. Thus, there are societies, cities, and nations that are assisted by spirits of greater or lesser advancement, depending on their character and the passions that dominate them. Since imperfect spirits withdraw from those who repel them, the moral purity of a collective whole, like that of individuals, tends to repel evil spirits and attract good ones. The latter awaken and maintain a sense of the good in the masses, in the same way that the former may inspire them in the worst passions. Question 519. Do groups of individuals, such as societies, cities, and nations, have their own special protector spirits? Answer. Yes, because such groups are collective individualities that are headed toward a common objective and therefore have the need of higher direction. Question 520. Are the protector spirits of groups of a more advanced nature than those who are linked to individuals? Answer. Everything is relative to the degree of advancement, whether of groups or of individuals. Question 521. May certain spirits help the arts to progress by watching over those involved in them? Answer. There are special protector spirits who assist those who invoke them and who they deem worthy. But what could you expect them to do for those who deem themselves to be something which in fact they are not? They cannot make the blind see or the deaf hear. There is a note from Kardec under this answer saying the following. The ancients made special deities of such spirits. The muses were the allegorical personification of the protector spirits of the arts and sciences, just as the family protector spirits were designated by the names of Lares and Penates. Among moderns, the arts and the various industries, cities and countries also have their own patrons or protectors, who are high-order spirits but under other names. Since all individuals have their own sympathetic spirits, it thus follows that in all collective groups, the overall quality of the sympathetic spirits corresponds to the overall quality of the individuals composing them, and that foreign spirits are attracted to such groups out of similarity of tastes and thoughts. In other words, these groups, as well as the individuals comprising them, are more favorably surrounded by protector spirits, or they are less surrounded by them, and they are assisted and influenced according to the nature of the thoughts of the majority. Among nations, the causes that attract spirits are their customs, habits, their dominant character, and above all, their laws, for the character of a nation is reflected in its laws. Humans who ensure that justice reigns among them combat the influence of evil spirits. Wherever laws consecrate injustices that are contrary to humanity, good spirits are in the minority, and the mass of evil ones flood in, keeping the people of that nation stuck in their ideas and paralyzing the occasional good influences, which become lost in the crowd like isolated stalks of corn in the midst of weeds. By studying the customs of nations or of any group of individuals, it is therefore easy to get an idea of the invisible population that is meddling within their thoughts and actions. Well guys, we stay here for today. I hope you guys are liking this reading as much as I do. And I'll see you next time. God bless you all. Bye bye.